p.m. I'd like to get a motion to open the meeting of the Warren Housing Authority Board of Commissioners.
I'll make a motion to open the meeting.
I second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Meeting is now open. A couple of things before we start. I'm asking everyone to silence their phones. And also, I'm going to read this. This meeting will be conducted in person and remotely using video conference technology and will be video and audio recorded. Okay, I'm going to do a roll call vote. Mary Ann Petruski, present.
Virginia Fleming, present.
Shirley Pond, present.
And Pat Massapequa is out today. She's absent. Okay, so I don't know if Lemonster wanted this, but I made a copy of the minutes. Okay, so everyone read all the documents that I gave you last week pertaining to this board meeting? Great. Any questions on the minutes of September 19th or the minutes for September 26th? Okay, so I'm looking for a motion to approve the minutes for September 19th, 2024.
I make a motion, we accept the minutes for September 19, 2024.
I second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Minutes for September 19th, 2024 have been approved by unanimously by board members present. I'm looking for a motion to approve the minutes for September 26th, 2024.
I make a motion to accept and approve the minutes for September 26th, 24.
I second it.
All in favor to approve the minutes for September 26th, 2024?
Aye.
Aye. Motion passed unanimously by board members present. Okay, executive director's report. Management, thank you. Ben?
Yep, that's about it. I just wanted to be sure, everybody, I'm sure you know that we will not be here past November, as it's been voted on by the board to terminate our contract after 2 months into our management. So, we did the best we could. We wish you luck in finding an executive director, and that's really it. So thanks for the 2 months to be on board. We'll be here through the end of November, and if you have any questions, you can ask us. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. The modernization report.
Okay. Alright, so we have a project here for replacing the parking areas in the driveways, and the designer GCG Associates submitted the schematic design on August 27th. Still waiting for HLC to approve it. So as soon as HLC can approve that schematic, then they'll start working on the construction documents. There was another project here for sump pumps, which is now complete, so that will be taken off the report for the next one. The next project listed is the accessible new units for new construction. The designers submitted half of their construction documents to review. This was in the beginning of March. And now they're working on the other 50%. They were delaying the rest of the construction documents because they were not getting paid. So they were holding off until not really. Next one here is replacing the stairwell VCT. So a schematic design was approved by HLC on July 15th. And so now the designer is working on those construction documents. The next one listed is the fire alarm upgrade project. So HLC did a site visit with their staff engineer on August 23rd to begin the designer selection process. They actually, just this past week, selected BLW engineers, so now we just need to go and approve their fee proposal. So at the next board meeting, we'll probably hear more about that. And then lastly, there's Keys Road. Looks like the state sent the fee proposal to the designer. So this is the state's just asking for a quote from one of their in-house designers, and the designer hasn't submitted a proposal yet, and HLC followed up with them looks like a couple weeks ago. So that concludes my report unless there's any questions.
I have a question on
Sure.
the, replace the stairwell VCT. Do you know how many units need that?
I don't.
You don't?
I don't know. We can find out for you then.
Okay,
Yeah.
that would be great, thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
Anybody else have a question on the
No,
board?
that was my question.
Okay. All right, so next thing on the list is the state aided housings.
Yep, okay, so page 6, September 2024, there's still 2,300 on the elderly waiting list, family is 6,200, this is across the state, by the way. We didn't have any movement in September, meaning no one left and no one moved in. We do have 3 on waivers that, I know Evelyn's working on leasing people, but we do have one that just came vacant. And we'll be working in those units to get them done. Do you have anything to add, Chris? If not, that concludes the report, unless there's any questions.
Do you have anything to add? No?
Okay, thank you.
Okay, I have a couple of questions. The 2 apartments that became vacant, is there, and this is from a financial point of view, they've been vacant since 6/13/2024. Apartment 42A and apartment 32C was vacant 7/26/2024. Is there any reason why they haven't been filled? That's,
The only thing that I'm aware of with those is Evelyn was looking into getting those leased, and I think unfortunately she had to restart the process in order to look into getting those leased out. I don't know the specifics as to why. I just
Okay.
know that those 2 were being looked into, if they are still currently vacant. That is why Evelyn is looking into those 2. Outside of that, the only open one currently is the one from the transfer.
right, well, that one is just with maintenance now, so
Correct.
that one, but the keys were, since July 26th, and then 6/26, the
Yeah.
wheelchair accessible one.
Okay, in terms of those, I believe vacancy-wise or turnover-wise, those are complete. It's just a matter of getting them leased out.
Yeah,
That's the last I was made aware.
okay. Okay, so maybe if we could have a follow-up on that?
Yeah, absolutely. I did
because
reach out to
Yeah.
confirm. I haven't
I
heard
thought
anything back,
Evelyn was
but
gonna be here
Okay.
today, yeah.
yeah, I can get that info too.
Yeah, and then the other thing is on West School, that those have been empty a long time. Apartment number 1 has been empty since November 8th of 2022. Apartment 2 has been empty since July of 2023. Apartment 4 has been empty since November of 2023, and apartment 5 has been empty since November of 2022.
That takes a specialty training.
Right, and
And so
Sue
we
said she
we
took it.
started the training, but since our contract is terminated, we're probably not gonna have the time to go ahead and get those, complete the training and get those units leased. And I don't know why your previous ED didn't get those leased, because you're reading off years where we weren't in management.
I'm just
So
stating,
we went through the process to figure out how we could get those leased, because I know they've been vacant. Sue took a lot of time to figure that out. She and Evelyn were gonna go, there's a special project, training that they have to take to get those HUD units leased. Nobody could figure it out, so they figured it out, and then they were gonna be doing the training, but now it's kinda like, it's gonna be taking too long, too much effort, so that's gonna be your executive director's project. So they can contact Sue to see like about the training that they can take, but I don't think it's gonna be something we're gonna be able to do in the next month.
okay, so I spoke with Sue and she said she did the training.
I don't know if she took the whole thing, she did?
Well, she said she did the training,
Okay,
and then the next thing that was left was tracks. So from now until November 30th, when your contract ends, you're not gonna be doing anything further with that.
no, that's not 100% true. I mean, if you said that Sue took the training, I'll go check with her to see if they're gonna pull people off the waiting list. I'm just saying, like, we're not gonna, if the training is gonna it lasts, I'm not even sure what the training is, but if it lasts into November, I don't know if it makes sense for us to be doing the training, you know, if we're not gonna be, since we're not gonna be managing. So, you know, I'll check with Sue, I'll double check if she did complete the training. I didn't think she did, because her and Evelyn were gonna do it. Last I knew she hadn't, so that's something I'll have to follow up with.
Yeah, well, last week
But
when I talked to her, she said, I did the training, whether it's the complete training, I didn't ask, she
Mhm.
didn't, she just said, I did the
I
training.
will say, no, it is detailed. I mean, like, she would have to go in every month and requisition
Yeah.
money from HUD.
Right, so
So it is
that's
something
some
that,
project
it
you,
is,
that's something you probably
Yeah,
don't want us
Is
to
that
get.
part of the tracks?
It's not like
Yeah.
this, it's
Yeah.
probably something you
Yeah.
don't want us
Right.
to get
Yeah.
involved in if we're
Right.
gonna be here for, you know, a month.
yeah.
Okay,
So they did, you know, they did the best they could with everything, within the 2 months that we were here. So, you know, we'll just try to, we'll push forward with whatever we have until the last day of our contract.
okay, well, it's just a question to,
Yeah.
so now it's clear?
Yes, and that should be a priority because you're losing money.
I know we are, that's why I'm asking, it's a
Well, how
financial
how
question.
come Barry didn't get on that?
Because Barry ended up doing the same, saying the same thing you're saying.
That's
If
not
we're-
true, Barry didn't
Ben,
know
you
what it
have
was.
to allow, Ben,
We took the
excuse
training,
me,
did you take
Ben.
the training?
you have to
Oh,
allow me to
the gavel.
finish what I'm trying to
Yeah.
say. As chair, you know that,
Okay.
okay, thank you,
Yes, ma'am.
thank you. Barry said the same thing,
Mhm.
is that the contract was only 6 months, there was a lot of difficulty in trying to get this figured out.
Mhm.
And so they said the same thing, where we're only gonna be here for the next 3 months, we're not renewing
Did
again.
they take the training,
not.
or no?
No,
No, they didn't, you know they didn't. My staff went above and beyond to figure it out, right? Isn't there a
Again,
training?
you're
for that?
interrupting me, Ben,
Yes,
Ben.
Yeah, did you take
Ben.
it, or no?
no, because Sue took it.
Okay, Sue took it, all right. Okay,
You need to stop interrupting me, please.
Okay.
You answered the question that you posed to me yourself.
okay.
You said I knew. I did not. I knew very little about what
Okay.
Oxford was doing because of all the issues that Oxford was having,
Okay.
okay?
Mhm.
Thank you. Okay, moving on. Okay, so one of the things the next thing that's on the agenda is about the employee bonus discussion in lieu of health insurance, anticipated vote. You all read the documents, the
Yes,
PHN 2024-13. I know that I did ask Jade when she reached out to me a few weeks ago in regards to this, if we wanted to have it. You said that you would look into it. I wanted to know if there were other housing authorities that did it, because when it came up, within the first month that you were here, Sue said that she didn't know anything at all about that. She felt that that had to be a policy. It's actually not. It is part of a PHN 2024-13. So EOHLC has put in that employees that don't take the health insurance can get $1,000 anticipated. It's an anticipated bonus. It gets prorated if they decide to take the insurance in the middle of the year. However, our maintenance gentleman has been here the full year, and he didn't need the insurance, so he is due that $1,000.
Does he have insurance though? He does.
He
have
does,
it? Okay.
yeah, through his family.
He has
Yeah.
to show that he has
Yeah,
insurance.
okay,
before he gets it.
that's not a problem. And then, based on that PHN of 2024-13, it is increasing as of January 1st of 2025 to $5,000. So, Jane, I'm gonna ask you if you did any checking and to see if our budget can handle that.
Yes.
Because I know it's very
Your budget
clear.
could handle it, but even if you do the 5,000, you could, I mean, so the 1,000 that he's gonna get now was from last year.
Right,
He doesn't get that money until the fiscal year is over, so he can get the 5,000. I actually, now that I'm saying this out loud, that 5,000 is actually for the 2025 budget.
right.
So he'll get another $1,000 in January for fiscal year '24. He
Okay.
won't get that 5,000 until next year.
Next year.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, perfect. Okay, so, does the board members have any questions on any of that?
No,
Is everything,
pretty clear.
you're good? Okay, so I'm looking for a vote to approve the employee bonus in lieu of health insurance.
I make a motion that we do the bonus instead of health insurance.
I second.
All in favor? Aye. The motion passed unanimously by board members present. Okay, all right, so, Sue, sent, Jade, I think you sent me a message, or you called. I wasn't
Yeah.
able to answer the call, and you said that Sue wanted me to sign insurance.
Yes.
That was for the West School insurance renewal. And when I went in the office to talk to Sue about it last week, she said that you hadn't gotten any quotes. This particular policy does not need to be renewed until November 16th.
Okay.
So what we'd like to do is get some quotes. Because where we're not getting any revenue, or much revenue from West School, it's a big hit. We've already paid it once without getting any revenue. So if you could get some other quotes before, we need to figure this out before November 16th. So what I think we'll have to do with this is table it, put it on the table, and then maybe have a special meeting once we find out and figure out if there are better quotes and it's not as costly. Is the board,
I agree.
okay? So we're gonna put it on the table for now. Okay, the annual plan posting, we got one in there, it's all taken apart. Maybe it should have been stapled, so now it's kind of, we can't follow it. I know we're having a hearing, we're gonna do the board meeting and start it at 11:15 and then go into the hearing at 11. And I did get a message from you. I'm not quite sure, because when I went into other housing authorities, that page with the dates and times of the hearing were there. So that was the thing that I was asking. Ours doesn't have that. So if someone goes on that website, they don't know when this hearing is happening.
Which website is that?
HLC, the link that you sent me.
Warren's in there.
Yeah, Warren is in there, but there's no date and time for the hearing.
There is no date and time on that website. They don't usually post it, it's on the advertisement. So if you go to the PDF link and pull it up, then on the advertisement, it has the date and time of the hearing.
Okay,
Yeah.
because I did click on it, and when it came up, it just showed.
Can you send me like a screenshot of what you're looking for? And I can take a look
Well,
at it. I don't know what you're
the-
looking for exactly.
I would try to go to grab the annual plan, but that's, like I said, it's all messed up, so
Okay.
probably take me more time to try to find it. It's the page that you sent, not you, but whoever, put on everybody's apartment doors.
Yeah, that's the advertisement.
Okay, so
It's
it's,
the languages, that's the languages? That's
No,
the
no,
first
no.
page is the,
the first page says the
Yeah.
hearing, the date, the time, and the place.
yeah,
Okay,
that's the first page,
when I
right?
pulled up the PDF, that was not on there.
The plan, no, but the advertisement, which are the languages,
So there's another place to go beyond that?
That's the PDF, okay.
that's the first PDF that has all the languages. That's the advertisement part,
It has the date and time.
yeah.
On that link? Because when I looked it up, it wasn't
Yeah.
there.
If you want, just show me a screenshot of what you're looking at, and I can try to
Okay.
figure it out from there.
Well, do you have a moment after the meeting?
Sure.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'll pull it up from the link and see.
Okay.
I just didn't see it, and it wasn't on the annual plan, didn't have it either.
Okay,
So,
we'll take a look at it.
And also, all the languages were not there, so, but Sue took care of that
Yeah.
last week.
Yeah.
She took care of that. Okay. Okay, so, as you all know, that Leominster's contract is ending November 30th. And so we're now looking for a new executive director. I've been in contact with Ken Martin, who does searches for that. And Ken has agreed to take on the task of advertising for us and doing that search for the Warren Housing Authority to get a new executive director. So everybody read the contract? Yeah? Any questions or concerns? Ken, do you want to introduce yourself to everyone?
Sure. I'm Ken Martin. I've had the opportunity to meet with the chair in terms of helping to find an executive director. Hopefully we can find a director that you can have here on site by the end of November. That's our game plan. And then hopefully there'll be a smooth transition between your new director and Leominster so that the person can hit the road without a lot of interruptions, and that we can make sure that the tenants are taken care of, and that we can address some of the concerns that I'm hearing that's going on today. So if you have any questions, I've been successful in your neighboring communities in finding good candidates to do the job, and hopefully that we can do the same here.
Okay. Ken has 40 years' experience in housing. He is an executive director now, correct?
I've been a board member, I've been a director, so I am familiar with the process that's required. It's again, finding the right person willing to take the job. It's not a full-time job, it's 32 hours with very limited staff per your budget. You have an 18-person. So hopefully that'll all be taken care of when you hire a person. But I'm looking forward to helping you to be able to find the person that the board can interview and select somebody.
Okay. Do the other board members have any questions for Ken? Virginia, anything?
No.
No?
I just would like to say thank you for being here to help us today.
You're
Yes.
welcome. Yes.
Welcome. Okay, so I'm looking for a motion to approve the contract to hire Ken Martin to do our executive director search.
I make a motion,
I second.
we hire.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye, motion carries by board members present. So I'm gonna sign it, Ken. Do you wanna come up and sign
I'll
it?
sign after.
After,
you.
okay.
Sure.
No problem. Okay. So that is done. Okay, so the financials, the warrant financial correction, anticipated vote adjournment. So what we're gonna do here is we have to make a correction because last month at the board meeting, we were told the financials were there and they were not. And we voted on them, and we can't do that if the documents aren't here. So, so for the financials for last month, you guys got them, right? Yeah, I think this one's October and the next one's September. Yeah, it says September 12th. Okay, so you were able to read all of this. Any questions on any of it? No? Okay. So no questions for Sue? All right, so I'm looking for a motion to pass the financials for September 12th, 2024.
I make a motion to pass approve the financials.
I second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. So the financials for last month, September 12th, 2024, has been voted on, passed unanimously by board members present. Okay, so now we need do that for this month, October 9th. So, Sue, Jane, I'm gonna have you
Okay.
report.
Really, to me, the best page to look at is the fourth one down where your reserve is. And all of your reserves, like especially the 4,001, is at 53% of your, HUD wants you to have at least 35%, and you're at 53%. So your 4,001 is doing good. The only one, like I said before, that's not doing well is that 705 new construction West School. I'm sorry, I don't know all the projects yet.
Yeah,
But the MRVP's doing okay, the Section 8 is doing okay.
okay.
I mean, I could go through every single page, but I think the reserve page is the easiest page to look at.
Okay, and you said that's page number 4. This one?
Oh, look at, no, you're looking at, these are your budgets. You're looking at this. Oh, that's double, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Both sides.
Okay, so this one here. Okay, so this one here.
I mean, even the 705 there is losing 15,000, but your reserve at the beginning of the year was 113, so it's not killing it, but, and DHCD isn't looking at that reserve, but still, like that's a priority to get that going.
Okay. All right. Anybody have any questions?
No.
So I'm looking for a motion to approve the financials for October 9th, 2024.
I make a motion to approve the financials for 2024.
I second it.
All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Motion passes unanimously by board members present. Okay, so now, this is the part that gets a little tricky. There is another document here that we have to sign, right?
Well, if you approve the budgets.
This one here.
Yes, I have clean copies here that are all filled in.
Okay.
We just need to put in the board member names. With one member absent, we'll put her in there. We still need her to sign those, these
Okay.
though. Okay, so I mean, once you approve the budget, first of all, let me just talk about the budget a little
Sure.
bit. There is a 9% increase in your, 12% increase in your operating subsidy. So that is helping you out quite a bit. And then this year with an executive director, and you're also looking for someone 20 hours that we didn't really have budgeted last year.
20 or 18?
I'm sorry, 18, yes, I'm sorry, it's 18
That's okay.
hours, yeah, have them in there. So overall, you're not really making as much money this year, but when listening to Ken, I thought you had said the executive director would be full-time, and if it's 32 hours, that'll bring that down, but I suggest we just keep it in the budget as we have it for now, and not sign an executive salary until we actually hire somebody,
Okay.
and because that will have to go to DHCT.
Depends on, what are you carrying for a salary?
It was 100,360.
So the ED salary based on the calculation sheet is like 86,000, you
Yeah.
just advertise it, 86,600?
Yeah, see, that, I was hoping it would be part-time, because that will help you budget a
Based
lot.
on their units, based on that calculation
Yeah.
sheet?
Yeah.
The break-off point is 32.
Okay, good, okay. I think I had it at 37, because I thought she had said it was gonna be full-time, but we can correct that.
You know, another question I have, that the chair did share with me, the 18-hour position.
Yeah.
You had, the past year, it was like $10,000, which
That, yeah, There was
that's not
some-
even minimum wage. So
right,
if you're looking to do something, you're gonna address that.
yeah,
And I'm not looking at the operation, maybe Ben can jump in here,
Yeah.
but if you're looking to have someone to work with the director at a limited basis for 18 hours,
Yeah.
where you don't provide fringe benefits and whatnot,
yeah.
$10 an hour.
Oh, no, I think we bumped it up, for this budget, it's at up to 20. That's why
$20.
I already got the 20, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, and Sue and I had talked about that before, like when they were thinking that advertising for something, we
Yeah.
put it up to 20.
We actually interviewed a couple people, we could give you the names of the candidates for that position, that's not a problem. I think it was somebody that Mary Ann suggested that we interviewed, and they seemed to be a good fit, so.
Well, I guess that'll be the new director will select the person.
Oh, of course, I'm just saying, like, there- you know, out of what you have around here, you know, we did do somewhat, we put it out there, 18 hours a week, we upped the pay, because it was like $10 an
Yeah.
hour, so. And we had a couple interviews, and like, we can definitely like send you the names of the
That'd be great,
people that we interviewed, no problem.
that'd be great.
And I think you and I discussed that we're gonna run another ad.
You can, I didn't realize that, you know, that they did something, but you could run an ad, sure.
Yeah, I think it went on the Leominster website and in Indeed. Don't think it went.
No, local paper too.
It did?
Yeah, Ware River or Ware,
Oh,
whatever the
Ware
Ware.
News?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Well, then maybe we don't have to, I don't know.
Lemonster's willing to share that with the
Yeah.
new person coming in. It might make it easy if the person's still interested, if they're not.
We can send you all the resumes too that we got, so that's not a problem, you might like something different.
Not all of them, because if you did Indeed, you're gonna have everything under the
Yeah.
sun, right?
Well, not really for around here, to be honest, but
Okay.
we did get a couple, and the person that we probably would have went forward with was the one that Mary Ann had suggested. So we can, I guess she knows already, but we can set you up with an email with them or whatever, just let us know, no problem.
Okay, just for the record, I do not know her, never met her, never spoke to her. It was somebody else that came to the meeting last month and approached me and said that his wife was interested in the position. However, she didn't apply because it said multiple locations for the workplace. And she felt for an 18-hour position, she didn't want to be traveling all over the place. So she didn't apply, and I suggested to that person that he encourages his wife to apply. So she did. But I don't know her, never met her. She's nobody I know. Okay, so, no.
Okay, so as far as if you want to approve these budgets as is, or we can fix this and bring the executive director down to 32 hours?
Okay,
Are you gonna have a special meeting, or?
we can.
Yeah.
We
okay.
are gonna end up having a special meeting for the other issues.
That's what I
so-
was thinking too,
Yeah.
yeah, okay. So I suggest we do that, only because your reserve, I mean, you have a healthy reserve, but you were only making less than $3,000. So if I can get that salary down a little bit, that will really help it.
Okay, good.
That would make me feel better.
Any questions?
So I think the highest salary was based on the management fee, I would have to assume.
Yeah, yes,
I
yeah,
haven't seen it, so I don't know, but,
yeah, that's how, yeah.
because there was no.
We calculated the management fee last year like that, so I just threw it in as the executive director.
And do you have, for fringe benefits for retirement and for, built in for the new director?
Yes,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay,
Mhm.
board have any questions? Do you want to hold off on approving the budget?
Yeah.
And then have a special meeting?
Yes. I make a motion to table the budget until another meeting.
Okay,
I second it.
all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion so carries.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, so the only thing now that's left is the warrant. And we just got it. So. How does the board feel about tabling this?
It doesn't matter to me, really, personally. I have a lot of checks to sign.
Yeah, quite a few, but not being able to see this and, you know, review it beforehand. Do you have any, from what you've looked at it, Virginia, I know you pointed out one thing, do you have any questions?
Only a void check here. Evidently, it was paid twice to Arbella Insurance. So they just returned it.
Okay, and this here, did you have a question on? It's over here. This,
Oh. Office supplies, what did we buy for $254? Let's see.
does anybody know, Ben?
For what, what's this?
The office supplies for $254?
I would not have ordered, do you know what that was?
I haven't ordered anything for the office, but maybe they needed, I don't know, if maybe some, I know we ordered some manila files. There was a 2-hole puncher that we ordered, but that's, I don't know if she ordered anything else. You guys doesn't have a receipt on there, on invoice?
She's looking now. Look for also too, the OCT, December 2024 software,
One
483.
of those, the computers?
Might be.
Okay. Well, we got rid of the one that you didn't want in the community room, but we had laptops, right? Was that laptop?
Yeah, there was the desktop and 2 laptops.
Yeah,
The desktop got removed.
yeah, the
And the
desktop.
maintenance guys got removed laptops.
Okay, does this amount include the desktop?
No, we had to return that, I believe. Right.
Those are dated today, right? Because I didn't see those today.
Yeah, let's see, 10/17/2024. So we would need to see what the difference was if we wrote checks last month to pay for them.
Yeah, we could take a look. Some of it might be IT's time working. We'll take a look at it. If you give me the check number, I don't process the checks. If you give me like the number, we can definitely take a look at that
Okay.
and see what came in from finance.
Okay, yeah. I mean, you brought them, was there a reason why you took it back?
Well, because you told us you didn't want a computer in the community room.
No, Virginia and I talked to you and we said we would have a discussion.
Oh, okay. Well, it sounded like we just wanted to keep the laptops
Okay,
for the maintenance personnel, but we had this desktop that we bought as, you know, like something for the residents in here, and it was just something that was asked to be removed one day. My staff went into a tizzy and was calling me and saying, what should we do about this computer? So, I think we had them take it back, right?
I took it back.
Okay.
so you no longer have possession of it, it's been returned,
Correct.
okay? Because
So,
that was a discussion we were supposed to have, it was never, that day, both Virginia and I were working the polls, and
Okay.
on our break, I called you,
Yep.
told you we were on speaker, and Virginia and I were in the car on our break.
Oh, okay. Yeah, well,
And
yep.
we got a panic text message too, like he was installing it in the bay window, nobody knew anything about it. So you said, oh yeah, we probably should have let you know, so we can have a discussion about it. I said, yeah, she has some questions, I have some questions, and then now we're just finding out that it's gone and we didn't have a discussion about it.
Who was gonna talk about it?
You and I and
Okay.
Virginia.
All right, yeah, I guess I'd have
Because
to
we
have-
couldn't really get into it because we had to go back and work the polls.
Sure, sure. I mean, we can reorder it, it's really not a big deal.
Yeah,
If
Well-
you want the residents to have a computer in here for internet, it's not, really not a big deal to get back here.
okay,
I mean, if you guys wanna talk about it, just let us know.
Yeah.
I mean, it kind of felt like more trouble at the time, you know, so, we just,
it just says supplies on the,
on the invoice.
well, she wrote supplies, but it just gives nothing, part number or whatever.
Okay.
I don't know, it might be the wrong syntax, so it might be,
Okay,
it's okay though. It's okay.
yeah. Yeah, I think that still is a discussion in terms
Sure,
of the
yeah.
computer.
Let us know, no
that
problem.
We should have, had,
Sure,
okay?
let us know.
So clarification on that one as to what the 483 purchased
Yep.
would be great.
Sure.
And, anything else?
These all look good. Does Chase automatically go through? So I don't see it here. Chase property.
Jay's property, the 681, that's MRVP.
That must automatically, because it's not in here, the check.
So did that get already taken out?
What's that now?
Chase Properties for our MRVP, $681.
Well, that's a landlord payment.
Huh?
That's a landlord payment.
Yeah, yeah. So it must have already gone out.
No, right here.
Oh, no, never mind, she found it.
It's miss, yeah, she's got it miss. It isn't check. It's 31, it's 51.
Oh, okay.
I hope there's no 51 in here.
So she's got 31, and it's
Yeah.
check 51? No, it ends at check 50.
It's check 51. Check 51 and check 52 and check 53.
Well, doesn't that end? Maybe there's a reverse side, hold on, Virginia.
No, I see what happened.
What happened?
Are those Novembers, or is that October? What's the date on that? Up in that corner?
11.
Yeah, those are her November half payments, I would assume.
Okay.
Mhm.
And I think we went in and
Yeah,
signed
but
those. But what she's saying is the check number is wrong.
Okay.
So, based on this sheet, it ends at check number 50. 18750.
Yeah, yeah.
And she's got check number 51 and 52
And 53.
and 53.
And what's your first check number?
34.
And it's 31.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it just looks like those, yeah. Maybe you signed those last, I don't know how you do that, because usually the half payment should go out the first of the month.
Right, and we
Maybe she
do.
had you sign those last month. And they don't usually change month to month, the half payments.
Right,
Yeah.
so, but it's just the
Yeah.
confusing about the check numbers. We want to make sure that the check numbers coincide with
Right.
the checks.
See, it's got. She's got. It starts with 34. Check 34.
But here on this, it says 31.
Yeah, so maybe it's what Jane said, maybe she.
Right, but if they were checks from, that we did and already signed, wouldn't it be the same check number?
I'm wondering if you signed those checks last month.
So you think those are from last month?
Right.
And these are for this month?
Yes. She's having you sign them this month so that she can send them out November 1st, I'm assuming, is that
Is that,
how it
is
works?
that how it's working?
And when you're
Anybody
running
know?
this, she's just running this for the month of October, even though those are your half checks for November. Like, I think if she ran this report, say till 11/1, those checks would show up on.
Would show up.
Yeah.
Okay. See, normally that's not what happens is she comes in and then I'll get a message from Jade or a phone call and then Virginia and I go down and we sign them and then they get
That's what
sent
I thought
out.
when I had called you to say to go down to sign the checks. That's what you had done, you signed all the checks. That was my understanding.
Whatever she gave me to do, you know, actually, she didn't give me any checks. She didn't, when I went in there, it was about the insurance payment.
Okay.
It was about the insurance policy, and I asked her to make a copy
Mm-hmm.
so that I could get it to the board. And I don't believe, and I was alone, so you need 2 signatures. Unless, Ben, did you sign them?
No, I wouldn't have signed your checks, no. That I'm aware of.
Yeah.
I believe I got those right, Jade?
Yeah. So when I went in that last Thursday,
Mhm.
she didn't present me with any checks to sign.
Okay.
So that's probably why they're in there now.
Yeah.
So, well, at least that explains that.
Yes.
Okay, everybody comfortable with that?
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's vote on it.
Okay, all right, so, I'm looking for a motion, to approve the warrants and the checks.
I make a motion to approve the warrants and the checks.
I second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries unanimously by board members present. Okay. Okay, so now we table the budget.
Yeah.
We're gonna wait on that. I have a question for Leominster.
Yes.
Did you guys take our seal?
Take your seat. What do you mean?
We have a seal, a stamp, and this has to be stamped with our seal.
I haven't been in the office. Is that where the seal usually is?
Yeah,
Do we
it's
have a seal?
usually in that closet in the safe.
Oh, I haven't seen your seal.
I'll text you, but I haven't even seen it.
Okay. And Jane, did you bring the books back, the policy, the personnel? They're in the office?
Yes, I
Great.
put it on the desk.
Oh, good, okay. Thank you for that. Yeah, so we're gonna table this and do a special meeting. And so we just need to find the seal.
Yeah, write it down. I haven't seen it.
I had anticipated having to do that today.
Yeah.
So I called Nancy and she said the seal is always in that closet in the safe, the bottom, this bottom safe. So. Maybe it's in there, I don't know.
As long as we have it for next time.
Okay. Anybody have any questions?
No.
Concerns? Okay, so I'm looking for a motion to adjourn the meeting for this Thursday, October 17th, 2024.
I make a motion to adjourn the meeting.
And second.
All in favor?
Aye.
The meeting is adjourned at 10:48 a.m.